Hey lovely ass sisters, it's your girl Obaa Yaa. Thank you for tuning back again today, and if you're new here, hey girl, welcome to the family. In today's video I want to talk about why black women obsess so much over wigs, precisely straight hair. Okay, yes, if you're interested in this topic, then stay tuned. So now without any further ado, let's dive right into this video. So for this video, I was actually going to sit down and make some points as per usual, because I would typically sit down, put my thoughts into writing so that I don't go too far off, so I can have a precise thought process. But this time around, I decided to just talk freely, okay? So I hope something good comes out of it. So let's see how this goes. I am sure a lot of you can relate to what I'm about to say. You know, when I was younger, I remember that I would take a towel, or I would take a cloth, or I would take something and I would just clip it on my hair, and I would just pretend I had this long flowy hair. I was feeling myself. I remember doing this at a young age, and now my daughter does the same thing, and I just wonder why she does that. Okay, I was wondering, why is this girl doing this? Even though I constantly tell her, your hair is beautiful, your kinky hair is beautiful. Anytime I'm doing her hair, I make sure to let her know that her hair is beautiful just the way it is. And she sees me with my natural hair. She sees that I don't have straight hair. And yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, why? And then I realized that it had to do with our environment, what we are exposed to, what we see in the media. It all boils down to what we see in the media, what we are exposed to, and everything. And we might not even internalize it. We might not even realize that we are absorbing these things. Our subconscious mind does. Our subconscious mind absorb these things, and then we act on it unconsciously. So this is what I think happens, especially with children, the things that they see and or the places that they're exposed to. For example, my daughter is the only black girl in her kindergarten, okay, and everybody in her class are white, and all of them have straight flowy hair. And seeing that on a daily basis, of course, it would somehow have an impact on her, okay? Despite the fact that I try my best to let her know that her hair is beautiful, and she doesn't really have any negative feelings towards her hair, none that she has ever mentioned to me. She loves her hair, but then she still likes the idea of having long, straight, flowy hair, which is why she does what she does with picking up scarf and just clipping it in her hair. I asked her, why does she do that? And she said she wants to have long hair. And then it just dawned on me. I was like, wow. So this idea of having long hair, it starts from young. It's not just that we wake up and we are in our 30s or 40s and then all of a sudden we start obsessing over long hair. No, it's something that we grow up into. And my question is, where does this come from? How does it impact us so much? And it seems as if it impacts us black women more. That's what I feel like, that we obsess the most over long, flowy, straight hair. And the way we resort to resolving this issue is that we resort to wigs that do not mimic our natural hair one bit. We resort to wearing straight wigs, wavy wigs that go all the way to underneath our bum, and that is what we do. And I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with wearing wigs, because as you can see, your girl is rocking a wig at the moment, yes. But my issue with wigs or long straight wigs is that when that is the only way you express yourself, when that is the only way you feel beautiful, when the only time you feel beautiful is when you have put on your straight flowy wig, that is when I think there is an issue. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if I've never worn straight hair. Back in the day, of course, I would wear weaves. My mom would make weaves for me, and I was always so excited when I would have straight weaves put into my hair, and I felt so pretty with the straight weaves. I also liked my hair in braids, and I also liked my hair in curly weaves, but I felt more beautiful when I had my hair in the straight weave, because back then wigs was not a thing. like that weaves were a thing. So I was so excited with wearing my hair in the straight weave, and I'm just thinking, this is very deeply rooted. Okay, this is very deeply rooted. It's so deeply rooted that we are so obsessed with straight hair. That is why, of course, we resorted into relaxing. Of course, most of us were not given the choice whether they wanted to relax or not. It was imposed on us. Our parents, our mothers, our parents, whoever was taking care of us decided that for us. And then when we grew up, a lot of us who are now natural eventually learned that there is another way for us to wear our hair in its natural state, to be precise, and then we decided to go natural. But the fact that we went natural didn't take away that deeply rooted desire of wearing their hair straight, or still feel more beautiful with their hair straight. Most of us were not given the choice whether we wanted our hair relaxed or not. That decision was made for us. We just grew up into having our hair relaxed, and then that's just basically it. And eventually, as the years went by, when we grew up, we found out about this natural hair movement. We decided to embrace our natural hair. For whatever reasons that we decided to do it, we embarked on this natural hair journey. But the fact that we embarked on this natural hair journey didn't mean that we turned our backs entirely on the idea of having straight hair, which is why I find that there are still a lot of women who are natural but still wear their hair straight. There's a thing like heat training your hair. Protein bond has been broken severely to the point where your curls can't revert back, and therefore your hair stays straight, and that is heat trained hair. So some people who are natural choose to wear their hair in the heat trained state, but some people are natural but then they do wear their hair mostly under wig, and the wigs that they choose to wear are mostly straight wigs. Let me repeat again, okay? So some people are not hurt or feel like I'm attacking or anything. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just trying to shed light to it. I'm just trying to stir up a conversation, and so that we will start asking ourselves questions, so that we start thinking about the motives behind our decision making with regards to our hair. Why do we choose certain styles? Why do we do certain things? Okay, so that is why I decided to do this video. This video is not to bash anyone, but it's just to stir up a conversation. But then there are some people, even though they're natural, and they would say that it's a protective style, and mostly you will hardly see their natural hair, and the wigs they choose to wear are straight wig. That is when my question is, okay, so you choose to wear wigs. That is not a problem, because I'm wearing wig also. But then why can't we wear wigs that mimic our natural hair at least? I understand we want to switch up and change up our look and everything, but we still need to embrace who we truly are, or what we are truly made up of. What makes us us and makes us diverse from every other ethnicity is our hair. The way our hair forms, the way our hair kinks and curls and twirls and all that. That makes us so beautiful and unique. And I think it is about time that we start embracing and loving our hair just the way it is, with everything. It's super complex and super diverse and super beautiful. We shouldn't feel inferior to other types of hair, and we shouldn't be longing and thirsting after a different hair texture which isn't ours, which isn't the way our hair is meant to be. You know, God doesn't make any mistakes. For those of you who believe in God, I will always find a way to put him in I'll find a way to put him in somewhere when I'm talking about my videos, because for me, he's the center of everything. And since I believe he's the one who created me, or all of us, I believe that he did not make any mistake in choosing how we look, in choosing our features, choosing why our hair coils. He made that decision purposefully, and he thought about it, and he made it exactly like that, because he knew that is how you would look best. And we are trying our hardest to fit into this preset beauty standard. Have you guys noticed how beauty has evolved over the years? Okay, you know, body sizes and everything. Back in the day, women, skinny women, the models, people who were considered beautiful were models, skinny, but that was what was considered beautiful back in the day. And now we find ourselves in the era where it's snatched waist and big booty and big boobs. That is what is currently beautiful. So if we are to chase this beauty standard, you are not able to keep up with it, or you won't be able to keep up with it, because it's always changing. It's constantly changing and evolving and moving from here, you know, from left to right. And if we are always trying to fit in, how can you be yourself? How can you be yourself? And that's the same thing with our hair. We're trying so hard to make our hair look a certain way and damaging our own hair in the process of doing that. Our hair is meant to be kinky. It's meant to grow up and eventually it falls down. But we are just trying so hard to make our hair look a certain way, and our hair doesn't want to look like that. That is why it reverts. That is why it frizzes up, it poofs up, because it just acts the way it's supposed to act to humidity. It just acts the way it's supposed to act in moisture. And then we complain about frizz, and then we complain about our hair poofing. But that's just the way our hair is supposed to react. My take on straight hair and wigs and all this obsession over straight hair and wigs and Brazilian and all this, my take is that as long as your hair underneath is healthy, as long as you are taking care of your hair just as much as you are taking care of the wig that you borrowed or that you bought or that you stole, I don't know, some people be stealing wigs out here. Sorry. As long as you're taking care of hair underneath the wig, I don't see anything wrong with wearing wigs, or even if it's straight, whether it's straight or not. But my issue is when you are neglecting your hair and your main focus is just wearing wigs all the time, every day, nee, all day, every day. Or how do they say it? Whatever. I'm not American. No. I'm trying to put on a good accent so that you can understand my English very well. But yeah, in the nutshell, some people hide under protective styling, okay? And then I always say this, it's either I say protective styling becomes a neglecting styling, or protective styling becomes a hiding styling or a hiding situation, because it's no more protective styling if your hair doesn't see the light of day and your hair has not been seen in a year. Then it's not a protective styling anymore, it's a hiding situation. That's what I usually say. I just want us all to come to a point where we love our natural hair just the way it is, and that we don't have to rely on wigs or weaves or whatever to feel beautiful. Whether your hair is long or short, as long as your hair is healthy and you're taking care of it, that is the most important thing. You don't have to have hair all the way to your bum to be beautiful, and the only times that we put on wigs or weaves is because we want to switch it up, or we want to really protect our hair or give our hair a break. And that should be the only reasons why or when we decide to put on wigs, braids, or all these kind of things. These issues stem from our society and the way it presents us. It is up to us to either conform to the boxes or stay in the boxes that have put us in, or we choose to get out of the box and determine our own beauty standards for ourselves. It is up to us. Okay, it's up to us, because we've been in this box for a long time. And for how much longer do we want to stay in that box? How much longer do we want to stay in that box that is not big enough for us? We are just forced and squashing ourselves into this tiny box where our beauty is so vast that it can't even contain that tiny box, you know. I feel like this video might be all over the place because, like I said in the beginning, I didn't really draft my thought process. I didn't write anything down, and I'm just spilling from my head as it is, and I hope that the things I said made sense. Please know that we are all role models, okay? In one way or the other, we are role models. We are aunties, we are cousins, we are sisters, we are moms, we are dads, we are whatever to a kid somewhere, and that kid somewhere is watching us, okay? That kid somewhere is watching us, watching our thought process, listening to the things that we say about ourselves, about our hair, about anything, and they are picking up on these things. And if we really want to shape our beauty standards and define it for ourselves, it starts with us. It starts with us shaping the future generations, the kids that are growing up, you know. The more we are able to instill into them the right things, the right values, that is how they will grow up, and it will shape their way of thinking, and they will not be in that box that we were kept in. And you know, with habits or with certain situations, when you've been conformed to a certain situation or an environment, it's very difficult to get it out of you. It is not impossible, but it's just difficult to get it out of you. How do they say? Someone might, and there's this saying, you can get a man out of the ghetto, but you can't get the ghetto out of the man. Or is that how to say it? Yeah, so that is that's just as simple as that. Okay, so you might find yourself out of a situation, but that situation, that process, that way of thinking is still in your head, and you have to renew your mind. The Bible says we have to renew our mind each and every day, each and every single day. So yes, and it also applies to things like this. It's a handbook. It's not just applicable for one area, but in every area of our life. Everything, the way we view ourselves, the way we think, and the way we feel, it starts here. And if we are able to control our thoughts, those thoughts will seep into our subconscious, because subconscious is difficult to control. We can't really control our subconscious, but we can feed our mind and then feed our subconscious. So the things that we expose ourselves to will then have a positive or negative impact on our subconscious minds. Guys, I hope this video was not all over the place. Like I said, I didn't draft anything down, and I was just spilling it just as my thoughts were running wild. Okay, I just let my thoughts run as they wanted to. I hope you liked this video, and I could stir up a conversation. So leave in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this topic. What are the reasons why you wear wigs? That is, if you wear wigs. I want to know if you wear wigs, if you wear straight wigs, if you only wear curly wigs, if you wear only kinky wigs only, or if you wear braids. I want to know why you wear it. Do you wear it, and why don't you wear it? Sisters, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a like and to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you are notified when my next video goes up. I love you guys so much. See you again in my next video. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and stay safe. It is your girl, Obaa Yaa. Obaa Yaa. Bye.